Linear correlation and modeling. So whenever we have real life data, we a lot of times try to approximate some kind of linear model that goes with it. And so one of the things we have with that when we come up with a linear equation is this correlation coefficient R. And whenever we find like a line of best fit on our calculator, that's something it gives us is an R, which tells us how good of a correlation it is.
The closer to 1 or -1 your R value is, the stronger the correlation, with 1 and -1 being perfect fits.
Right. If it's a positive number, there's a positive linear correlation. If it's a negative number, it's a negative linear correlation. If it's close to 1, it's strong. Or -1. Because it has absolute value there,
right.
And then if the closer it gets to 0, the weaker, or if it is like 0.00001 or something like that, there's basically no linear correlation.
None at all.
So we've got these pictures here as examples. Like, see how if I drew like a line of best fit here, which means the points are kind of equal on both sides, it's a line that approximates those values.
Like a linear straight line.
See how they would all be pretty close to that line? This is a strong positive linear correlation. But on this one, if I drew a line, then it would be like the points would not be as close. Like if I drew
wow.
Well, failure on my part of drawing a line. Now you
Draw
get
a
to
good
make fun of
line.
my lines.
That line is the most amazing line
See
I
how
have
the
ever
points are
seen.
kind of far away on either side, so that's going to make it be a weak positive, but it's positive because it's going up and to the right.
They generally trend up to the right.
Like, where would we draw this line? Like
No,
that?
no.
I mean, no, that's no correlation.
No,
That's
you
all
can't
kind of
draw
spread out.
all those lines on one
No.
graph.
So that's terrible, but that's negative and strong. This would be negative and weak.
And when you're using your calculator to find these different points of correlations, it will give you an R value when you perform the math on your calculator. So you don't have to try and figure that up on your own. That's
No,
not one we're going
no.
to say like, hey, determine the R value.
You just write it down from your calculator.
You just write it down from your calculator.
Bingo.
And we'll have a slide, like when we do work out an example, we'll show you how to use your calculator to find those correlation
I believe
coefficients.
just in a moment, the next video they watch.
Shut the front door.
No, I will not.
Get out of town.
I also will not. Okay.
Okay, good talk.